I made it. I made it, guys. I made it back. Hey, 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 what's going on? Ready to hang out? Talk to you guys. I went in and I would say that I rested. I did not necessarily rest. But listen, I decided that I would title this particular live, hey Mimi, I would title this particular live The Marketing Ministry, and I'm going to tell you why. Hilarious. Cecilius is in the house. Every time I say your name, I feel like I want to start singing Phil Collins. Serious, even though I think it's the studio, but you get the point. Anyway, y'all come in here. I know I look like Cubert. Anybody old enough to remember Cubert? I feel like I look like Cubert today. Hey, 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 Mimi. Aaron Jones in the house. Lenny's in the house. Shizzle's in the house. The Sirius is in the house. Y'all come in here. Let these likes do the thing. You sneaking in at work, honey. Okay. Good evening. How are you guys? I changed rooms on you guys. Now, here's the kicker, right? I have 43% of battery. I'm in a different room it's comfortable, right? This is where I do a lot of my recording. This is Studio A, as we like to call it. And so Chantel B. Hills is in the house. She tagged me in her, I guess, her first video. And I shared it with some of you. Make sure you share that out. Thank you guys. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you guys. Come on in. So I have to tell you a story. So earlier today, I did the morning live because, I've been going live twice a day because I just love you guys so much. I can't get enough of you guys. You inspire me and I want to pour into you. And I didn't set a live goal tonight. I just realized that. Do I need to do that? I think I do. Let's do that. Let's set us a live goal. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Same thing from this morning, because they did not, y'all, the morning crew did not hit the goal. 50 is the goal, and then I'm going to be giving away my Do It Worthy, Not Wounded class, because I think it's super important that you understand the role that professional boundaries play in your life, and that there's something called, I love you too, the work wound. So I want you guys to get into that. Last night we had a fantastic time. We gave away my branding bundle. I know you do. $555 worth of branding courses. And I think there's even an Ask Me Anything session in there. I believe our winner was male 78512. So yay. All right, so y'all, let's get in here. Let's get this going, okay? Because, like I said, this morning, I felt like I was not on my A game, for real. And so I was talking to one of my clients. We had a really great day today. And so I was talking to one of my clients, and she says, she's already on it. She's already on it. I don't even have to worry about it. And so we were talking about how she'll come on my live sometimes, and, you might be talking, she said, you might be talking about business and marketing, but it really touches me. It really touches me. It inspired me. And that particular night that she had come on, she was feeling kind of heavy, not so much low, but kind of heavy, kind of meh. And she said that I was saying some things that really encouraged her. And so I decided out of that conversation that I would title this live The Marketing Ministry. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. I like to do, our church announcements, if you will. I got that from one of my other girlfriends. I love that. Thank you guys so much for your comments. As you're coming in, let me know where you're coming in from. I'm very curious where people are. You don't have to give your city, but your state, your country, whatever you want us to know. I have been absolutely floored, stunned, completely aghast at the international connections that we all have created. So Atlanta's in the house, the ATL. Yo. Let me quit, because that might be a gang sign. I was trying to do like, the A. Yeah, okay. So anyway, okay, in Georgia, taking care of your mom. I hope mom is doing well. And if she's not, I hope she's on the mend to doing well and on the road to recovery. Maryland's in the house, currently from, you's a Yankee for real. Okay, Jersey's in the house, Jersey. We got the Jersey girls hanging out. We got the Yankees coming on in. We got the Southern Bells. the peaches. We got everybody in the room, guys. We got everybody in the room. So, I don't know what I want to talk about tonight. It's a multi-guest. If you want to hop on, feel free. Make sure that you absolutely, in the name of Jesus. Y'all, a little housekeeping before we jump in. Hey, Empress April, just a scoonch of housekeeping is that, okay, so I need you guys to make sure that you're reposting other people's videos. Make sure that you're reposting when you're and engaging with the videos. Don't just drop a follow and run off. Okay. Make sure that you are following. If I'm going to go ahead and say it, if you want to follow, follow back. Okay. If you feel led to follow back, follow back. But most of us, we on the follow train, so we're going to follow back. But make sure that you drop a comment. Consider making it one of your favorites and then repost that video. Make sure you repost it, okay? Okay, awesome. I know you have, Shizzle. I'm so proud of you guys. And I'm not just talking about my videos. I'm talking about any of the videos you come across. If you come across something and it was meaningful to you, this is your litmus test. If it was meaningful to you, repost that thing. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Repost that thing, okay? Oh my God, we're already at 3,000 likes and we have 12 people on. I'm so excited. I love you guys so much. How do you repost? Okay, so let's talk about that because reposting is not an easy thing. I have my setting so that if I comment on something, it automatically reposts, and that's a little button in the bottom when you're commenting. You'll see it. It's something you can shade in, right? And then if you're just kind of scrolling through, there's an arrow that looks like it says to share. Right? And so you can share it, and there's going to be a yellow button with like some funny looking arrows on it. That's your repost. That is your repost. Thank you guys so much for the love. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are so very awesome. So what are we going to get into tonight? I think we need to get into conversation. I'm not going to do that because that would be wrong. That would be wrong. But would it be wrong? Let's talk about it. Let's get into conversations. Or y'all let me know. Thank you for the follow. Let's get into some conversations that we need to have. First things first. I need us to recognize that it is okay for you to require to be paid. Okay? I don't want to go on record. Okay? I know you got me. I need you to know that it's okay for you to require to be paid. Because sometimes, I'm going to tell you a story, that sometimes people will come to you and they will want to work with you and they may not mention anything about money. I remember one time somebody asked me to come teach a meditation class. And they wanted me to teach it virtually. This is at the beginning of the pandemic. And they said, it's going to be from this time to this time, and we're going to give you the Zoom and blah, 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 blah. And I said, will there be an honorarium? Now, she hadn't said boo about an honorarium, but because I asked about an honorarium, I got $500 for an hour of my time. See, that goes back to the conversation. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your pinky toe. I'm sorry. That matters because sometimes what that tells you is two things. You have not because you ask not, first. Second thing, there is money available for you even when people don't say it's money available for you. So if you're not asking, thank you for the roses, babe. If you're not asking, you ain't getting, okay? A lot of you have been giving, and not receiving. And the reason why is because you haven't been audiating. You have not been saying, can I get paid for this? You want me to speak. You want me to come and bless your event with my voice and my energy and my vibe and all of the things that I'm going to bring. Are you going to pay me? It's okay. You can ask church people too. You can ask the church to compensate you. Yeah, because it's a business. Okay, good. Are we? Listen. Y'all have no sense. Y'all have no sense of act right. Not even a scooch. Y'all have no scooch. But I need you to recognize that because I think I was probably the only person that got paid. Why did I get paid? Because I asked to be paid. Why did I ask to be paid? Because I realized that my time is valuable. Again, just because something comes easy to you does not mean that it should come free to others. Look, they're two different words, ease and free. Ease and free. Let's do it again. Ease and free. Notice how they're two different words. Absolutely. Listen, money is the one thing that will separate the serious from the curious real quick. Really quickly. And I need you to understand that. I really need, some comments in this live were filtered to protect our experience. I'm like, what? Uh-oh. Cecilia says we're going to 20,000. That's what she said. We're at 5.2. She's declaring, okay? It said if you declare and decree a thing, it shall be established. Woo! All right, y'all make sure y'all share this out. Learn to Earn with Andy is back in the house. Hello, darling. I see we've got 2 shares. I don't know who shared. I know you guys are following. I've decided that my profile, I want to get to 10,000 folks. I need y'all's help with that. Here's why. I don't want to just get to 10,000 folks I'm going to tell you a story about that in a minute, Mimi. I don't want to get to 10,000 folks just because I want to run around here and prance about I've got 10,000 followers on TikTok. I need 10,000 folks because that brings validity to my ability to communicate with audiences. And the larger my platform is, the more people I can put on it. Yeah, that's kind of how I work. So the larger my platform is, the more people I can put on. If I have 10,000, then I can share somebody and maybe they can get there too. Is that crazy? Am I crazy, y'all? Is that a crazy thing? Y'all let me know if that's crazy. Because I love, I like that whole Oprah situation where, Oprah did her thing and then she brings other people to do their thing and whatever. But, I've been thinking and I've been asking and getting I'm getting divine downloads even now as we speak. So I know this isn't going to be a long live because I need to grab a journal and start writing. Okay, I need to grab a journal and start writing because the question that I've been asking of the divine is, how do I empower more people? How do I support those who know they have a call to empower others? I need to figure that out. Thank y'all for telling me I'm not crazy. I appreciate you, serious. I love you. I'm beautiful, not crazy. Couldn't I be both? I could be like maybe both. I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know. So yes. So let's get back to that. Because that wasn't always the case. I'm not going to sit here and flex like, yeah, I've always been getting paid. Lies and fallacies and live and disruptors in the house, y'all. And so, yeah. But I had to learn a lesson. I had to learn that I'm worthy of being compensated. I'm worthy of that. And so it was made evident by when I asked that woman, hey, are you paying the speakers? See, I've had people that I'm connected to, some of my clients even. One of my clients has a makeup brand. And she's not on TikTok. She's taken a bit of a hiatus over the holiday, as many of you have. 7,000 likes, 26 in the house. Let's go. And let me tell you about her gift. Because this is a gift, people. Because look here, everybody ain't finna do this, okay? Y'all come closer. Her gift is doing makeup. Wait, I'm not done. On those who have transitioned. Now say what now? She is a mua to the dearly departed. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't fear death, but to rub me and bodies we can't build. There's a whole story for that. Exactly. That's a calling. That's not a gift, because there has to be a level of fortitude that you go in to that. To this person is gone. And people have told her that she does it so well that they look like they're alive. And now black folk be real hard on folks about what's going on in that coffin, okay? Tell the truth. Am I lying? Listen, Now, when my father passed away, I never saw him deceased because, again, I don't do bodies and there's a whole story that goes with that. But, y'all, so people were calling her and and she was telling me this. She's telling me, y'all, she's saying, people call me. Oh, that's wonderful, Andy. And that matters, right? That touches you. That helps you get through that hard situation. But I said to her, oh, that's beautiful, darling. What are you charging? Y'all, she told me she was doing this for free. And I almost cussed. Okay, I'm lying. I cussed. I just didn't cuss as much as I wanted to cuss in that moment. Thank you for the roses. Y'all, look at my face. Like, I want to cry. I want to, like, literally drop whole tears right now. Because people were calling. And I'm like, when I buried my father, there was $13,000 I stuck in the ground. Still mad about it. It was $13,000 in the ground, y'all. It's in the ground. It's like a talent I buried. I'm like, I love you, Daddy. But let me tell y'all a story about, okay, so I'm one of those people that believe, the soul has left the body, right? Okay, I don't want to trigger anybody, but let me say this. When my father passed away, my father was my best friend. I loved him. I adored him. I was not ready for him to leave this earth. Earth. Okay, not earth with a TH, earth. I was not ready. But in my wisdom, I said, well, you know what? Daddy didn't really, do all the death and the repast and all of that. My father's funeral holds the record for the fastest black funeral in the history of blackness. It was 1 hour and 30 minutes from start to the cemetery and back to the church. Challenge me if you want to. But one of the things I was going to do was I wanted to have him cremated. It's a body. Regardless of how you feel, it's a body. My aunt says something to the effect of he might need his eyes when he meets the king. I don't know if I made that up or if that actually happened, but I was like, the force is strong with this one, I see. So instead we took $13,000 and put him in the ground. Okay, great. That was awesome. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I was ill-equipped to deal with a world. See, Mimi says a miracle. A world without my father. It took me a year to stop dialing his number when I was in the car because that's who I would call when I was riding. It took a year for me to stop grabbing the phone to call him. So it's a whole thing, right? It's a whole thing. But she says to me that she's being called. Now here's the first part. It's one thing if you did it one time and okay, well, But she's being called in. She's being called in, y'all, to exact her gift of doing makeup for those who have transitioned. Listen, we just be talking, she reads too. We're just talking. Right now we're talking about making sure that you ask to be paid, okay? And so she's been called numerous times, so many times, y'all. She has a portfolio. She has a portfolio of makeup that she's done on people who are deceased, for going into various funeral homes doing this work. And I think it was Empress that said that's a calling, or was it Shizzle that said that's a calling, that's a gift. And as somebody who paid a funeral home much money to deal with said departed, I said, why aren't you asking? She's like, well, I just love doing it so much. It's yeah. If you do that one more time without asking to be compensated, I'm going to exact physical harm onto you with love. Oh my, well, look at this. Look at, listen, I'm so happy she found me too. Because listen, if you're my client, let me tell you something. If you're my client, one of the best things my client said to me today, because we had a group conversation. You are amazing with the tapping. Listen, you are anointed. Okay, you got the anointing on the tapping finger. So I lost my train of thought. But what she said to me after we had this call, she says to me, I knew at that moment, because I said, critique me. I want to make sure I represent you well. My face is very expressive, and so sometimes if my face runs amok, some of y'all have a face that'll run amok. Y'all make sure y'all share this out. Yeah, but my face didn't run amok. I was so happy. I was so proud of me. But she said to me, I knew that I was taken care of. Hey, Luxuria. She said, I knew that I would be taken care of. And that was all I needed, y'all. Because at the end of the day, if you're my client, listen, I will climb every mountain, ford every stream. I will do what is necessary. I don't have any limitations to make sure that you have what you need. I mean, yeah, I need to sleep, and I have my healthy boundaries, but I need you to know that I'm on your team, right? And so let's go back up here. She reads too, says she's a cosmetologist for a popular funeral home in Maryland. It's a gift and a job. It's a job, honey. But you have not because you ask not. Oftentimes. And so she has now been given the permission to ask to be compensated. Anytime you're doing something that other people cannot, will not, or don't want to do, you should ask to be compensated for that. Unless you just feel in your spirit that you're just supposed to give this. But some of y'all have been overgiving. Let's just be real about it. Now, listen, there's a way to leverage even the not paying situations, because let's say you do a speaking engagement for an organization, they don't have any money. Okay, fine. But they got a mailing list, but they could buy copies of your book or your product, or they could refer you to 3 people, or they could give you a written or video testimonial. So recognize that you can leverage even free things into paid things. But you have to be, and I hate the term you have to be as a coach, but it is to your benefit to get it in your head that you deserve to be compensated. If you're doing work that you love, just because you love it doesn't mean you can't also love to be compensated. That is stewardship 101. Stewardship is not just about giving 10% if that's what you do. If you tithe, okay, yay you. But it is about making sure Miss Terry's in here, T-Light is in here, hey. It is about making sure that you are a proper steward of your gifts and talents. One of the easiest ways for you to become disenfranchised and disenchanted with the work that you are called to do in the world is to give it away. We got 6 sharers. Thank you, She Reads. It's to just give it away. To do it without any boundaries. That's the easiest way. You will start to resent it because it's not fruitful. It's like you're throwing your seed onto concrete and wondering why it's not producing a harvest. Honey, it's concrete. It's not, no, scripture talks about something called fallowed ground. Fallowed ground is ground that has been broken up, right? And so any of you gardeners, I know I've got some people that deal with sovereignty and whatnot in my space. Thank you for the finger heart, guys. So fallowed ground is ground that has been tilled up, right? I'm not a gardener, but this is what my research says. Fallowed ground. Because when I was reading scripture, I used to want to know what is the difference between things. Thank you for the hearts. For the roses. And so it is open ground that's ready to receive a seed. Because we plant seeds into the ground so that seed can take root, or as old folks say, take root, and that seed can go down, the root can go down and spread and anchor it into that ground, right? It can be nourished, and then it can grow and it can produce a harvest. Concrete is not fallowed. Anything you throw on concrete stays on the concrete. Now, water might evaporate, but ultimately, except for, you know, that one weed that grows through, you know, the different sections in your walkway. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But for the most part, when you throw in your seed of your gift, your calling, your work, your mission onto concrete, you can't sit there and expect a harvest. It ain't coming. Thank you. Thank you for the hand heart. How are y'all doing that? I don't know how y'all do that. Somebody sent me like heart hands. Y'all teach me your ways. Teach me your ways. So I mean, you know, as we're talking about branding and marketing and all of those things, like I said last night, it's so super. Hey, Tasha Prescott. You're right. I'm talking rat. I'm talking Ratch here, Ratch here. We doing this thing, right? The Southern girls, all the girls tied to Southern folks we know, So, like I said, at the end of the day, there's a mentality that comes with growing your business the way that you want to grow it. That comes with doing your mission. And a lot of times, I know we talk about branding and marketing. I know I talk to business owners, but you need a brand even in your career. If one of my really good friends from high school, actually we've known each other since I was 12, so what's that, junior high? If he decides to build a brand, it's not going to be because he's launching a business. It's so that he can be better positioned in the world of academia and education. Because whether you know it or not, okay, thank you, whether you know it or not, you have a brand. Let me give that a second to hit you guys. I know there's a delay. See, because we have been taught that branding is about a logo and a website, which is not, we have a tendency to think you need those things to brand. And I'm like, no, not at all. Absolutely. But you have a brand because brand is about expectation. You even have a brand in your life, in your relationship, with your children, with your man, with your woman, with your womans. I don't know what you're into, but that's your business. At the end of the day, you have a brand because brand is about expectation. One of the things I have taught some of my entrepreneurs in our incubator, I keep telling y'all about the incubator. I want 50 people in my incubator. There's 10 now. There's room for 40. It's $97 a month. Period. The end. If you want in, just let me know. Send me a message and we will get you enrolled. We're doing our next live learning class on Monday, the January 2nd at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, and don't ask me what I'm teaching. I don't know yet. So that being said, expectation, absolutely. Your expectation is formulated by your consistent, deliberate, and intentional thoughts, words, and deeds. So the reason why people call you to get advice from you is because in your brand story, you have demonstrated that you will give good advice. So there's an expectation there that if I call you for good advice, not only will you answer me for the 87th time to give me advice on the same thing we talked about 3 days ago, but that I can continue to call you. Uh-oh, she's ready now. She's ready. She's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I need us to understand that not only do we have a brand, but thank you, Mimi, we have the right to look at that brand and decide if what people expect of us is what we want them to expect of us. According to my friends, I'm the Mary Poppins of emotional wellness and, economic empowerment and business and all of that. Okay. Like if you have a conversation with me long enough and you say something, you're going to prick my ears and I'm going to say something to you about health and healing and all of that, because you can't lead anything if you're not in alignment with your health. Health is wealth. And so there's a lot of people, that's why I don't believe in hustle, because hustle isn't healthy. There's no way. There's nothing healthy about a hustle. People that hustle say things like they belong to Team No Sleep. I'm a certified sleep science coach. I know that over the age of 18, you need 7 to 9 hours of quality rest in order to function. If you do not get it, your muscles begin to deteriorate, especially if you're over 40 and you're already losing muscle mass. You won't be able to lose weight. You're usually groggy and unable to do the things that you need to do. You have brain fog. You don't have a clear head. There are cycles in your body that power down when you rest. So people run around here talking about, I can do 3 or 4 hours and I'm fine. Lies. Your body is rebelling on the inside. It's only a matter of time before you know it. Absolutely. Absolutely. It can mess up your hormones, men and women, right? It makes you exhausted. And think about how well you're going to be able to receive the downloads for your mission that you're supposed to be exacting on the world when you can't seem to get sleep. What is that about? Does that make sense? Let me go back to some of these comments. Y'all talk to me and then I try to talk back. Yes, your brand was revealed to you through your story. Absolutely. Okay, did I miss anything? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like I said, if you missed the announcement, again, let's do the church announcements. I get that from one of my girlfriends, who's also my esthetician. And church announcements, make sure, hey Clarence, make sure that you are engaging with content, because even if you're in TikTok jail, you can absolutely still engage in content. Okay, so engage in the content that people are putting out. And you know what? I just verbalized my goal to go to 10,000 followers. 10,000. Not because I want to get my followers up, but because I know now, because you all have shown me, this is a download, okay? You all have shown me that I need to bring my A game to this platform. And I believe that the larger my platform is, the more room I have to launch other people. Thank you, Clarence. You're so sweet. Okay. Oh, okay. Y'all are talking. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Hold on. Very exhausting. Yes. And Luxuria probably has some sort of an oil that you can maybe spray on your pillow or whatnot. And if she doesn't, she gonna make it. And so you could buy that and you could spray that on your pillow. It's probably going to have some lavender and some other things in there that'll help you get your circadian rhythms back into rhythm. Because some of y'all offbeat. Y'all like, this is y'all circadian rhythms. You know I'm black. It's hard to be offbeat, y'all. But your circadian rhythms need to be doing this. Hey, 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 hey. All right. So awesome. Yes. Please keep liking the videos and commenting. Yes. It's super important. If you're working two jobs, you got to find the balance. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that, guys. If you wake up with dirt on your pillow, what does that mean? Honey, did you go to bed dirty? Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, Luxuria says, is there a vent near your bed? I'm over here being silly. Is there a vent near your bed? That's very key. Even in this house, I've started to notice that we probably need to do some things with the vents, because some of them seem to be a little, I'm going to just be honest with you, they seem to be a little dusty. I'm like, me no likey. So, or an open window. Okay, he says no. All right. Now, y'all, I need y'all to love on Clarence. He came to the morning live when I was not on my A game, and I gave him a hard time, but let's love on him. He's young. He's 18. He's starting a business. You know, he's getting everything together. Let's love on him. Send him some love. Now, Clarence, you got to act right. Like dead flesh. Yeah, I was going to say, you probably need a purifier. There may be something going on. Maybe there's a seal with a window or something. There could be so many things. Now, my energetics could go a different direction with that, but I'm not going to do that tonight, I don't think. So I have 29% on my phone, y'all. So I'm just going to talk. We're at 10,000 plus likes. Thank you, Cecilius. You know, she is the keeper of the likes. That's what she does. She makes sure that we get these things going. But like I said, you guys have activated me. And one of the things, when I was building my coaching practice, and as we added additional firms, we have the relationship firm, the healing firm, and the launching firm, and I can make firms. There are firms that I own the domains for that I haven't launched yet. But one of the things I wanted to do, right? Okay, I'm like, Luxuria is like, So one of the things I always wanted to do was to make sure that my businesses, especially the firms, could be launching pads for other people. Because especially when they're new coaches, they need to be held. They need to be supported. And so I have other coaches that work with me. And I have one coach that I'm probably going to give over the relationship firm to as the managing director. So those types of things matter to me, because I know that I can build something that works. I know that. Okay, awesome. So earlier today, we talked about digital business cards. And so a lot of times a digital business card, if you have a Popple or a Vice, which is VICE, the number one CE, and Popple, POPL, Paul, Oscar, Paul, Larry, you know, that can help you be able to connect with people regardless. Because sometimes you just don't have any cards on you. Maybe you didn't plan to meet anybody or whatever. Maybe you picked up the wrong purse or whatever. But having a digital card, I have one through Vice. Somebody can always scan that QR code and get my information. Okay. So what I know is that I can build things that can support other people. And I like that. You know, I wish I could tell you that, oh, vending machines. He's doing vending machines. That's awesome. So I wish I could tell you that, I pulled an Oprah and, I've got, Brene Brown out here doing whatever. But here's the thing. Everything that I do, I want y'all to know this about me. Everything that I do in my life, I do it so I can teach somebody else. Some of you have had the opportunity to download my free ebook called Jump on the Brand Wagon, where I basically mail together branding, marketing, and self-care. It's insane. It's free. Go to my link tree, get all the things. But I wrote that book in 29 minutes and 46 seconds. You get me, Andy. You get me. Your username starts with learn. Okay? You saw my TEDx. Okay, so I did a TEDx, and then I turned around and coached somebody else to do their TEDx, and there's a story to that too, because that person tried to play me. But we'll talk about that later, because I got 28%. We're going to see how long this good Samsung battery is going to give me. Y'all, I really think I look like Cubert, y'all. I really do. Y'all old enough to remember Cubert? Because I took my puffs and I spun them down, and I'm like, I think I look like Cubert. I'm not sure. Or some sort of character. I think I look like a cartoon character, y'all. Yes, absolutely. So I did it. I wrote that book in 29 minutes and 46 seconds to see if I could teach people how to write a book in 30 minutes or less. That was the goal. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, ladies. And so I did it. And now I know how I did it. And that wasn't the final product, right? We still had to take about a week or so to get the cover and to do the edits and whatnot. But how I did it by voicing it. I set a timer for 30 minutes and I voiced the book. It's those of you that, does anybody have the ebook? I think it's like 30 pages. I can't remember. It's called Jump on the Brand Wagon. You can get it in my link tree. It's free, super free, right? But I wanted to see if I could teach people how to do it, because people will say, man, I really, especially if we're strategizing, I'm like, man, it'd be really great if you had an ebook. And they'll say things to me like, yeah, well, I don't really write well or whatever. And I'm like, but you talk. Have a conversation with yourself. And so I did it. I absolutely used voice to text. And that's how I got it done. And then, of course, I took it and it had to be edited. And then we had to do the cover. And I think we used issue so it can actually be flipped. I think that's what we did. And then I was able to offer that because I wanted to do it. Okay, you got it. Okay. So everything I do, even the TEDx, I want to do a TEDx. That was on my bucket list. But then I turned around and I coached somebody else. And even though she tried to play me just a scoonch, I've still now coached someone to do their TEDx, which means now I have the credentials to coach you to do your TEDx. Why do you want to do a TEDx? Because that allows you to put your brand into a global spotlight. It allows you to enlarge your territory. Does that make sense? It's getting hot in this room. It always gets hot in this room, though. Hold on, let me adjust my little fan over here, because the vent is above my head, but for some reason, because I've got all these lights on me, I've got a softbox on me, a ring light, and then we have the LEDs above my head, because this is actually my formal dining room that we call Studio A. It gets a little warm in here, and then I got on a sweater. So, won't they you? Tell me about that. Won't they you? Won't they you? Tell me. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker as to why I could write that book in 30 minutes or less. Is because the brand that I have allows me to always know what I'm going to say. Oh, you got to go back to work. Oh, won't they try you? Yeah. I didn't know I was being played, but it's okay. It's fine. It happens. I know what I did. So it's okay. It's fine. They tried to resolve it, but I still feel just a scooch like you tried to play in my face. Just a scooch. And so, but I do the things that I do so I can either teach somebody else or have the credentials to say that I've done it, because I feel like this. There's like I told you guys last night. There's a lot of people, and even this morning, there's a lot of people that say they do a lot of things. That's the beauty. Yeah, you know, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. But you know, there's a lot of people in social media that say they do a lot of things, right? And I don't want to be somebody that just says. I need receipts. I want to show you that I've done these things. In fact, you can go to Dr. Google. You can put my name in and you can find out what I've done. Good, bad, indifferent. You can see the articles. You can see the da-da-da. You can see the TEDx. You can see all the things. And I don't care about you seeing all the things. That's the first thing that somebody should be willing, right? Ditto. Sad how some people let you do all the work and ride the waves. It is. Yeah, they tried it, but it's okay. Like learn to earn with Andy said. I still came out a winner, you know. The game is to be sold and not told. I get it. Whatever. Hey, Snapback Coach is here. Let's get it. Let's go. So, you know, that's one of the things, you know, I'm tired of seeing people get played by people that have larger platforms. And the reason why they have larger platforms is because many of those people are predatory. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm not talking about everybody with a big platform. I'm saying that some people with platforms are predatory. And the reason why I know they're predatory is because I'm watching what they're giving as receipts. Honey, just because you've got a $10,000 Fendi or Gucci bag does not mean that you're good at what you do. That means that you got enough people to pay you that you could go pay Mr. Gucci and Mr. Fendi to give you a purse. At one point, I had to tell people, some of y'all are so enamored with the stuff. They're taking pictures in front of my box. It ain't Maybach, it's my box. They're taking photos in front of my box and rented my box at that. And their luxury villas, that's an Airbnb. And they're saying, ooh, come work with me and you can have these. They don't even have them. And unfortunately, some people get caught in that because they're checking the wrong receipts. I love shiny things. That's cool. I'm also, okay, so for those of you who know, I'm an Aquarius sun and a Taurus moon. So I like shiny things, but I'm not going to show you my shiny things as evidence that I can assist you with your business. I'm going to tell you who I am. I'm going to let you go to my website. I'm going to let you see some video testimonials. Now, everybody we work with, you know, everything doesn't go swimmingly, but 9 times out of 10, we're going to make it happen if they're ready. I had to learn to stop working with people who only were ready but not prepared. I work best with people who are both ready and prepared. The difference is when you're ready to leave at a restaurant, if you haven't paid the check, you're not prepared. So preparation means that there is something distinctly that is done on your part to signify that you're ready to move to the next level. Okay, Virgo moon here. Ah, Aquarius is in the house. Woohoo! Yeah, absolutely, Luxuria. They're renting. And I'm not saying everybody. So please do not run away saying, oh, you know, everybody that's taking photos in front of my box and whatnot, they fake. I'm not going to say everybody. But there's a lot of folk. Sorry. It's a lot of folk. It's a lot of folk. And a lot of these folks I didn't even know existed until I started hanging out with other coaches and they would talk about this person and that person and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yikes. But if you're in your business and you're struggling, right, and you haven't made a sale and you see somebody, you know, that looks like you and that talks like you and that's in front of a Maybach and they're saying, come work with me for 90 days and you can have this too, you're gonna consider that maybe you need to be where they are, right? So that's why I say it's predatory. I serve an educated, affluent clientele. They don't care what I drive. Some of them drive better cars than I do. Some of them have bigger houses. I never shall forget, I was sitting in a coaching session with a couple. And, we were trying to figure out how they could possibly do kind of like a separation in home. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. I knew what she did and I knew what he did. But, I mean, money doesn't matter to me. I grew up with money. I know what money look like. Okay, fine. And so me with my silly self, I say, okay, so let's talk about your house. How big is it? Hey, Sharice. I'm like, absolutely, do your research. And you have the right to do that. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute too. But, and she says, I say, how big is your house? She replies to me something in the vicinity of, I think it was 12,000 square feet. You think you're no longer a Coach Luxury. I got plans for you. So 12,000 square feet. I wasn't dissuaded. I was like, well, is it new construction or is it old? Do you have a mother-in-law's quarters? Do you have a porte cochere? Did I say that right? Pratic? I never say that right. The little house that goes over there. Yeah. Do you have that? I mean, I was not, I wasn't like, ooh, your house big. No, because I've been around folk. That's not impressive to me. Okay, great. That just means you probably pay more taxes and your light bill is definitely higher. So I'm not pressed about that. Right? I'm not pressed about that. I don't need to show things. I don't need to show you my bank account. I don't need to show you what's in there. I don't need to do all of that because at the end of the day, you can Google me. Half of the people that say certain things that you can't Google, boo. They do not exist. You can Google me. You can see the stuff. I'm going to tell you the stuff. Ask me questions. I will answer them. The only thing I don't like getting into is, now every now and then, there was a time when I really did discuss my income, and I'll tell you why. Because there were a lot of people that wanted to come into coaching and work with me that were afraid that they couldn't sustain themselves. And so only then did I start talking about my income and what I was making, in the 5-figure months and all that other stuff, and the 6-figure selling and all that, blah, 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 whatever. And because I sold media, I don't really count sales. But I've had a 6-figure sales month. Okay, fine. Yay, me. That doesn't mean that, because listen, you can't. Okay, see, a lot of you see, I know who I draw in. I draw in real people that do real stuff. And so you don't care about what I drive. What you care about is my ability to sit with you, learn what you do, develop a strategy for you, build a brand for you, coach you so that you can lead in the way that you need to become accustomed to, so you can generate revenue that you also need to become accustomed to. That's really all you care about. All you care about is the results. What is me flexing my stuff gonna do for you? Hey, Power of Publish, how are you? Absolutely. So I know who I draw in. I serve an educated, affluent clientele. That's what I draw in. And so you are not dissuaded or excited. I get nervous when people get excited about shiny stuff. I remember when I bought my first luxury vehicle. That was really what Coffee would talk about, the wheat from the chaff, y'all, because people said things to me that I was like, okay. Okay. Like, it changed everything. And I have to say that divine power caused me to get that vehicle because I kept saying, I'm not that shiny, I'm not this, I'm not that, oh, I'm so da. Shut up, buy the car. Okay, thank you. And actually, it wasn't that easy, but I was like, okay. And what that did was it showed me what people really thought about me. Absolutely, yes. So when y'all are coming in here and you're telling me I'm beautiful and I'm awesome and you love my energy, I'm sitting here going, you're beautiful, you're awesome. Your energy is amazing. Like, you all have inspired me so much because, and I need to correct myself. I told you guys I came back to TikTok last Tuesday. It was last Monday. I got my dates wrong. But in the time that I've been here, like, you all have really inspired me to go back to doing some things that I wasn't doing. I had stopped posting on YouTube. Now I have to post these replays. I go live often, but not twice a day. You guys really inspired me to pour. I wanted to pour because you're pouring into me. It's reciprocal. It's beautiful. It's balanced. Exactly. We're inspiring each other. And so I got a little annoyed. I got a little annoyed when I started seeing people saying, oh, yes, absolutely, Divine. When people were saying, oh, well, people aren't following back. They're trying to make fan pages and everything, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's so not what this is. Oh, thank you. She reads too. Hey, y'all all saying hi to each other. I love that. See, that makes me so happy, right? Oh, yay! I'm so excited. Let me finish my thought. So, at the end of the day, there's a process to this, and like somebody said on one of my videos when I was talking about the 3 things you can do if people aren't following back, there should be a 4th thing, and the 4th thing is enjoy the content, engage, and relax, because many of us have been connected via this trend. Shout out to Crafty Ho, #CHLove. That creates an influx of connections. And TikTok only lets you follow 200 people a day. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. And so at the end of the day, if you can only follow 200 people a day, and you need to follow them slowly, mind you can't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how I ended up in TikTok jail the first time, trying to keep up, right? When my video on making content went viral, then it's like follow. So it took me days. Forget about the fact that I was in TikTok jail. The first time I went in TikTok jail, I came out in like an hour. I guess that was like a probationary status or whatever. But then the next time I was in there for 24 hours. As I'm in there, I was hesitant to post content because I knew people would see it and share it, and then more people would be following. I'm like, oh, I want to follow the people back. I want to honor their desire to follow me. But y'all, this is a marathon. It is so not a sprint. I didn't say it. Somebody said it on one of my videos. And I'm like, if it's too much for you to wait for people to follow you back because you need to get your follows up, because listen, okay, I changed position. Let me explain to me how some people are talking about how people don't follow them back and they ain't got no content. I'm gonna go back and look at this video and talk about why are you moving like that? Or the only thing you posted is the boat. Nothing wrong with just posting the boat. I'm not downing that. I'm saying that why are you complaining? Why are you complaining and you're not even, like, why do you want 1,000 followers? So you can just say you got 1,000 followers? I wanted 1,000 followers when they said I could go live. Because I know that my voice is valuable. That's why I told you that your voice is valuable. Does that make sense? Uh-oh, uniquely, I'm sorry. Did you make a sad face? Don't make a sad face, darling. Don't make a sad face. Because I'm not talking about you. Some of y'all's first TikTok ever was the boat. Bravo. But you're also not over here saying, I'm about to go and follow everybody that didn't follow me back. No, we don't need that. We don't need it. I'm also really hesitant to follow user 8675309. Some of y'all old enough to remember that. Because we know some things that have happened during the course of this trend, and we need to be a little more protective of our spaces. I love it. I love it. So I'm not talking about the person. Listen, if hey, unique cipher, I'm not talking about the person that their first video is the boat. Okay, Shizzle is old enough, and that's the only video they have up, and that's fine. I'm talking about the people that are complaining about not being followed back and ain't nothing on their page, like Nathan. Not even a photo. Yeah, we got to catch this serious. Yeah, when y'all are going live, I'm trying to catch everybody that I can and at least come in, drop my likes if I got to make a move, and then move on, right? Like Nathan, y'all, Nathan. There is if okay, so I'm gonna make at this moment all of y'all are my clients. Okay, every last one of y'all. There's 21 people on this live. At this moment, I have 21 new clients. Okay, boom. So if my 22 new clients, if my 22 new clients said to me, hey, I'm on TikTok and I have 1,001 followers. Or if you tell me you have 999, what I'm going to say to you is, okay, we need to go follow you to get you to your 1,000. And before you get to that 1,000, or if you have that 1,000, let's sit down and discuss how we can leverage this platform in order to showcase your good, your service, your idea, or your experience. That's the conversation we're going to have. I could care boo about you being able to quantify if we are unable to qualify. The quantity of the folks doesn't matter if the quality of the content is lacking. I'm just trying to help. Thank you, newbie lights. Am I hurting feelings? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean no harm. Okay, do I need to shut up? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Yes, there is. There's a couple of them, actually. One of them is Sabi_gold, who is at 15K. There's another one. It starts with, oh, shucking. V Poet, I think. She got to 10,000 and she's been helping other people. I probably need to do that too. In fact, I'm probably going to do that. I need to do that. But I'm only at 5 something. So I want to get to 10 so I can do that. No, you don't need to improve your content. Just think about your brand and think about the experience of the user. Get into the mentality of your customer. What are they thinking? What are they deciding? Do they know that frankincense oil is good for X, Y, and Z? Do they understand the health benefits of this, that, and the third? Do they know that if you put oils into your belly button, it hits your system faster? Do not be remiss with that. I was one day. It did not work out for your girl. But there's so many things. Thank you all. There's so many things. And listen, you can do a SWOT analysis. You can do that. Or you can sit back and you can say, this is my product. This is my audience. This is who my audience is. This is how my audience thinks. This is micro branding really quickly. Right now, my audience has 10 questions. Write down 10 questions that your audience would have. What do I do with the oils? I'm going back to Luxuria. How do I apply them? Can I use too many? What's the best oil for this? What's the best oil for that? What's the best oil to grow my hair? What's the best oil for dry skin? Think about that. Do 10 videos. Boom. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all so much. I've already dissected why that video went viral about the content. It's because it spoke to the mindset of those who hadn't made content. I know, right? I'm going to try to do it over the weekend. It takes a minute for YouTube to let me. I was trying to get the one previous. It took me all day for YouTube to even let me in my live center. Okay? Absolutely. Make it the fact that you look like you look and you talk like you talk means that there's already something amazing there. Stop trying to get it right. Imperfect starts matter. Baby steps are still steps. How many more little cliche terms do you want me to give you? You can call, in fact, I'm going to go back to Luxuria. Absolutely. Let's say you have an avatar. I haven't even gotten to your demographics and your psychographics. Let's say we have that, and we now have somebody that we're just going to name Lux. Her name is Lux. Okay, fine. When Lux has concerns about certain things. So we talk to Lux. Talk to one person. Don't try to go viral. I wasn't sitting there going, I'm going to do this video and go viral. I wasn't trying to go viral. I was talking to what I was hearing in the populace about going live and making content. And as somebody who doesn't have a problem running her mouth, I decided to speak to those things, and it resonated with people, and they decided to share it and repost it and do all the things. I've never had a video hit those type of numbers, ever. YouTube, I've tapped out around 2,000 or so. I have a Lori Harvey video that won't die. It's like at 4,000 or 5,000 views or whatever. YouTube is its own animal. We'd have to do a whole class on that, right? Some reels. Okay, cool, on Instagram. I've never had that. Almost 20,000 people listening to me. Okay. Well, what that tells me is that I said something that resonated with them. That is a strategy that we can replicate. Talk to one person. Talk to one person. One person. Don't try to talk to a million. Don't try to go viral. Don't try to do any of those things. Write your 10, think about your demographics, your psychographics. If you don't even want to do all that, write your 10 questions. What they're asking, what questions are they asking? And then you make the videos that respond. You guys are amazing. Cecilia, should you not be back at work? Look at you, 17.2. You always acting up. But anyway, I feel like I come on here and I just talk at you and talk at you and talk at you. Questions. Any questions? Anything? Please. Please, somebody ask me a question. I'm at 17% on my battery. And it's been an hour. Hey, Regina D. Interiors. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Yes, welcome. You're in the marketing ministry. Oh, Lord. Okay, nobody's working. Now, you know what? I'm not going to say that. You know what? The name of my YouTube channel is Stephanie D. McKenzie. I'm Stephanie D. McKenzie everywhere except on Facebook, where I'm Coach Stephanie DM. At some point, I probably should change that, but I think I'm going to get it mixed up with my personal profile. But I'm also on Fanbase. And so ask me anything, marketing, branding. I support you, coach you in life, love, business, being, and brand. So whatever you want to know. Oh, okay. Hey, Bling and Bond. I mentioned something the other night about confidence and arrogance. I said there's no such thing as arrogance. That is what confidence sounds like to the insecure. Arrogance is what confidence sounds like to the insecure. I love you all so much. Okay, Empress says, should I separate my digital content from my physical content? Well, no. Content is content. Unless they're focused on two different markets. You can. Okay, so Regina says, should you mix different businesses together? You can if they're relatable. If they're not, I would recommend that you don't. Remember, we as consumers, we ain't the brightest. So consumers like you to do this. And so if you make them think too hard, they go elsewhere. We're all consumers, right? So if I see you do interiors, so if you had your interiors and then you had your textiles and then you had room styling and then you had furniture and curtains, you know, they all go together, right? Now, if you're selling pillows and you want to sell computers, then we probably need to separate those out. And then it becomes incumbent upon you to look at your brand and look at getting an overarching theme so that you don't have to choose between what you're promoting and when. Okay? Yes, as far as I know, Prima Donna, immediately after 1K. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Bling and Bond. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay. You just subscribed. Thank you. I'm trying to develop my self-confidence. I overthink a lot instead of enjoying the process. And guess what, guys? You can talk about that. You can do lives. Okay, pillows, custom drapes. Yeah, you can do all of that. Accent walls, wallpaper. Yeah, because that all goes together. Yes, absolutely. And let me go ahead and dispel some myths, okay? Everybody runs around here getting really excited about LLCs. And what I really need you to do is to go sit with a CPA and possibly even attorney to determine the breadth of your vision, because an LLC may not hold it. You may need to be a C Corp, a S Corp, or you may need you can do an LLC with an S Corp designation, or you may need to be some semblance of a nonprofit. Like, let's just stop getting LLCs for the sake of getting LLCs. Yes, I can file an LLC in my sleep, but I also have a CPA that I talk to. And when I was no longer employed by my previous employer, when I decided to go back in full-time entrepreneurship, he created the document that would make my business, my LLC, a S Corp designation. S Corp designation means that I W-2 myself at the end of the year, which means the tax liability that I would have had as a 1099 employee evaporates for the most part. But we've got to be willing to have conversations with people that know more than us so that we can make the moves that are best for us. Oh, okay. Mimi says, how do you duet? So when you're, okay, so here's the thing that I learned about stitch and duet. From what I said, they have to be done in the real time. So the minute you do a duet, you can't pull something you recorded and make that the duet. You have to duet with it the minute you see it. Hopefully that helps. Y'all give her some feedback. Please, please, please. Prima Donna says, I'm an introvert and a photographer. I'm so nervous to go live. Call one of us to do it with you. Grab some folks. Grab some folks. We'll do it. We'll come. Just let us know. It's okay. Because the only reason I believe that you're nervous to go live, many of you, is because you don't know what's going to happen. It's unknown. Am I going to have some trolls? Are people going to talk to me crazy? Is somebody going to get, out of pocket with me? What are people going to think? Do I really know as much as I think I know? Am I going to say something stupid? The answer to all of those things is yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes. You might get a couple of trolls. Some people have tried to come on our live, and I just hit decline. If you get out of pocket with me in the room, there are other people that'll shut you down. I don't even have to do that. Are you going to say something stupid? Absolutely. I do it all the time. Go back and look at some of these. I've said some crazy stuff. Sometimes I have to go back and fix it. Okay, you're human. You make errors. Okay, yay. There's no reason to impress. You have nothing to prove. You're the photographer. People come to your live. Your company's called Regina D Interior. Separated for what? Let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. I just kind of went off rip. Yeah, absolutely. Learn to earn, Andy. We need to talk. LLCs are not always the right way to go. Really, it's in your head. We need to talk for real. I can share. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Y'all, okay, so at a point in my life, this sweater is itchy. At a point in my life, I was about 90 pounds heavier than I am right now. And that made me hide from the camera, hide from it. Because I would see photos and videos later and I would just be like, ugh. And so even after losing weight, it took me a minute to get in front of the camera. I didn't mind talking. Now, if you want me to do an audio, I was here for it. But getting on film, I wasn't exactly excited about. And I was like, get over that. Absolutely. Prima Donna's going to do great. Hey, get your shift together. Guess what? That's one of my taglines. Get your shift together. I did a show on Facebook for a year. I think it was about a year. Get your shift together. So we do talk about shift a lot in my brand. It's kind of like a subtext, but I love it. Hi, get your shift together. Let me make sure I'm following you. Let me follow. Got it. Yeah, S Corp is not for everyone. Absolutely. We need to be willing to sit in front of people and ask for questions. Okay, She Reads Too says it's better for me to file as a sole proprietor for my design company, but my nonprofit began as an LLC. Right. Because here's the thing. Oh, the corporate, it depends. Like, I always send my clients to see a CPA, to sit and talk with a CPA. And then when they get really creative, we send them to the trademark attorney. Because what happens a lot of times, I remember I was sitting with one of my clients and she said, yeah, the name of my program is this. And she ripped it off and she had this acronym. And I was like, and now, shut up. Don't you say that no more in public. You're going to go over here, talk to the good trademark attorney. Because that's the other part of brand, right? We're protecting the creative assets, the intellectual property. Okay, talk to me. The corp switch. Yeah, see, Luxuria we'll hop on. See, we got you. We got you, we got you, we got you. Oh, Mimi, you just hit the button, baby. And you can, listen, the thing that is paining you could be your greatest source of content. You're not the only baby boomer on the TikTok. Talk about being a baby boomer and getting into TikTok. Y'all, I'm a baby boomer. I just wanted to hop on this thing and say, hey, if there are any other baby boomers out there, let's connect. Let's get into this together. Start the baby boomer follow train. Black baby boomer follow train or baby boomer follow train, whatever you want to do. See, some of you are trying to get over something to get and do the videos. I'm saying use where you are to push the narrative in the videos. Does that make sense? If you're challenged with overthinking, listen, my nose itches. I'm surprised it's not itching now. My nose itches when I go live. It does that. Oh, okay. So Get Your Shift Together says, can I repeat the LLC to corp again? So I have an LLC that owns numerous DBAs, right? And so that's cool. But it's cool when you're getting a W-2 because your tax liability as a 1099 employee is rough, right? Unless you have people take out taxes, and I don't like to let people do all of that. So I take it all in. I'm lazy, y'all. I like making the money. I don't like tracking and doing all the other stuff. But see, here goes the nose itch. Okay. So when I resigned from being a professor, I was a full-time college professor teaching business and marketing and entrepreneurship. And when I decided to resign, I talked to my CPA. Do I need an S Corp designation? Even though I had heard people say that, people say a lot of misinformation in these digital streets, okay? I talked to my CPA. He said, yeah, we'll do an S Corp. We'll file it. Being an S Corp means that I W-2 myself. So now I can minimize the tax liability that I would have had as a business owner generating revenue in the LLC. So now the LLC has its money, and then I have my paycheck. Thank you. Exactly. So, I mean, listen, if you want to haven't y'all seen my faceless content? In the morning, I do a faceless live. I draw on the screen. And before I figured out I could do that, it was just blank. People trying to make you focus on one thing. Let me ask you a question. Are those people happen to be male? Let me know, Regina. Do those people happen to be male that are telling you to focus on one thing? Oh, you guys are so dope. It's okay. Listen, weight is a temporary construct. If you're ugly, it's final into the bone. You can lose weight or not. Put a bunch of pillows around you and go for broke. See? Hold on. See, watch this. Watch how this looks. Sit on your beautiful couch. And don't talk about my unicorn pillow. I love unicorns. Regina D. Interiors presents Pillow Talk every time you have a different pillow. The pillow is obscuring your body. You and I know that. They don't. They're just going to see a pretty pillow. And you've got you a prop. Did that help? Let me know. Ooh, we got messages for days on here. Yeah, the pandemic definitely helped a lot of people, definitely. 27 people live. Oh, look at that, 19.8. Y'all, so serious. I want to give you an Ask Me Anything session. Send me your email. If I don't have it already, send me your email. I'm giving you an AMA session with me. We're going to spend not 30 minutes together. We're going to spend 50 minutes together talking about whatever you want to talk about for your business, your brand, all of that. Because, honey, you're going to get carpal tunnel trying to support me, and so I need to give you that love back. Look at that. Y'all are so dope. Absolutely. Thank you. Learn to earn. You know, my students taught me my first year of teaching college that the NFL is a nonprofit. At that point, all bets were off. We have to learn business formation and stop taking our information from people who just happened to get an LLC and talk about it a lot. Snapback Coach said, what time do you meet on TikTok? I have been going live twice a day. This week, I'm not going to do that. So into the new year, I don't know. Do y'all prefer the evening, or do y'all prefer the morning, or do y'all prefer the middle of the day? Y'all want to do lunch? See? So serious? Look at this. Y'all connect with each other. Are y'all following each other? Like, don't just give it lip service. See? We could do a whole summit. I love your energy too. Whatever you see in me, it's in you. Who is the baby boomers? Baby boomers were born after World War II. So that's what, 45 to 60 something, I think. I didn't think you were a boomer. I'm Gen X. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at y'all showing out. Y'all, Cecilia says, I'm not scared. Oh yeah, I was a college professor because I kept, there were younger people that wanted to come work at my marketing agency, and some professor had taught them some stuff that wasn't even relevant anymore. So I was like, well, you ain't part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. You're part of the problem. So here you go. Y'all are so dope. Y'all getting hyped? Well, look, I got 11. Listen, I don't have a problem talking. Like ever. Like I don't. My poor students, we used to have a really good time though. And once I figured out that I could run my classroom the way I wanted to run it, yeah, it was on and popping, baby. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I will do faceless content in a minute. Oh, honey, now go tend to your husband now. Go tend to your man, okay? Thank you, She Reads. No, and I don't know that it always exists. Hey there, XYAQAS. I think you tagged me in a video too. Thank you so much for being transparent. Yeah, okay, so here's the deal. A lot of male business coaches or male consultants or males in general will tell you to do one thing because men can't multitask. Thank you all for the likes. I'm going to have to hop off because I see my battery is dying. Okay, so think about that because you can be multi-passionate, multi-talented. You can be a multi-hyphenate and a multi-potentialite. Multi-potentialite is a term Emily Warpnick uses in her TEDx. Look it up. Yeah, what I do to do faceless content, I just flip the camera. I flip it and put it face down. So I put it back down on whatever surface and it goes black. Okay. Regina D, is that you saying that you like my pillow idea? I see you, honey. I see you. Listen, I know people are on here with bonnets lying in bed. I get it. I understand. That's not my jam. I mean, I like to, I like to keep a piece of my business to myself. So did that help you, Regina? Do you like the pillow? Evening sounds good. Okay. You're Pacific time. Okay. Well, you're at 20.4, baby girl. Go back to work. Okay, so is it 45 to 65 for the boomers? I'm trying to get to all these answers. Thank you, guys. Okay, leaving. Okay, I'm so glad. Connect with everybody. Okay, cool. Because you can all listen. Pillow Talk with Regina D Interiors. You can show all the pillows. Yeah, just have the pillows. Pillows are your prop. Then you want to talk about the pillow. And then people are going to ask about the pillow. Make sure the pillow is for sale or that you're taking pre-orders. Don't squander that moment in time, okay? Talking about, well, we ain't got it. No, you always got it. You can get it in, or they can order it, or they can book a call with you to discuss a consultation, a room revision consultation. You can do those things, okay? You can do those things, okay? Because there's no need for you to carry inventory because inventory doesn't make money. Sales make money. All right. Love you guys. Thank you, sis. You did it again. You did it again. Y'all send her some love. I'm going to give you that AMA session if you want it. Just send me a message and let me know how I can get it to you. I can get you the link to get it. Okay, yeah. So we need to move that inventory because that's going to free up money for you to do other things because inventory does not make money. So let's talk about that. Any of you, thank you, Luxuria. Anybody want to get on my calendar, go to my profile, click the link in my bio, click my link tree, get all the things, and then even in that, you can book a call. Okay, my calendar is filling up. I am so excited to meet some of you so much. I'm so excited. All right, hopefully something I said was meaningful to you. Okay, please, pretty please. I can't wait. I got to get out of here. I've got 10%. 10% on my phone. I say, okay, Samsung, I see how you working. All right, guys. So for those of you who don't know, if you were just coming in, Linktree versus Stan Store. I'm not familiar. Linktree is just a link that has all my different links on it. I'm not sure what Stan Store is. I gotta look that up. Good night. Love you guys. Oh, it's the last Friday in 2022. 2023, it's all happening. Listen, 2023, everything is going to happen very quickly. So if you think you have time to get prepared, you don't. So start your preparation now. Start making room now. Okay? Oh, okay, cool. So all of that good stuff. I use Linktree. So go get in my Linktree, get all the things, get on my calendar if you feel so led. If not, I'll see you on the next live. My name is Stephanie D. McKenzie. Hopefully I'm still your favorite award-winning marketer and empowerment coach, here to remind you to always be your own superhero and to get your shift together. Yay! And to thank you guys so much for loving and learning with me. Have a beautiful night. See y'all soon. Bye.